Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and we have finally, hopefully, come to the end of the Sony Venom movies. Believe you me, I am no fan of these films.
Whoa, we're gonna play as Venom? Holy shit!
Get back up in here now!
No fucking way, I did not expect this. Oh my god.
I had a little bit of free time today, so I said, fuck it. I mean, I was in no rush. I didn't go opening day, but I said, fuck it, let me see this movie. I went to IMAX. Venom: The Last Dance is a 2024 film that was directed by Kelly Marcel. I will say this. It's cool that they had a woman direct these movies, or this movie, because the other ones, it's like, they were what they were, so why not? Even though this movie wasn't a whole lot better. But I can say that maybe it was the best of the three films, which once again isn't saying much. We have Tom Hardy, of course, as Eddie Brock, aka Venom, and I don't know what happened to Tom Hardy. Did he just get so much money from these Venom movies that he doesn't have to try anymore? Remember when there was a period where Tom Hardy was regarded and looked at from fans and critics as like, holy fucking shit, this guy's a great actor. He's so versatile and he's a chameleon. He's able to do all these different things, and we thought he was about to be something special. And then he did Venom, and then he did Venom 2, and now we're at Venom 3, and it just feels like Tom Hardy is kind of coasting along with this role. Now, this isn't me shitting on him. I think it's more of just, I wish that he could have been spending these years doing something of note, doing something at least of quality, because I'm sure he got paid well, so there's that. Tom Hardy, on paper, I thought he would have been a great Eddie Brock. I thought he would have been a perfect Venom. It's the material, it's the script, it's the way these movies are produced. And then you get to the end credits and you realize that Tom Hardy has been producing these movies and having a say in the story, so I can only try to defend him or try to come up with excuses of why his performances are what they are. You get to a point where Tom Hardy, or the Venom character, is kind of the worst parts of this movie in particular. I mean, this humor, this type of humor, this juvenile, I'm talking middle school grade level humor, is not funny. Nobody in the theater, the very few people that were in the theater, was laughing. Nobody was laughing. It was so awkward. It was more awkward given that it didn't make me laugh. But how many jokes did he say where I'm looking around and I'm like, fuck, I'm not here. I'm hearing a pin drop. I'm hearing nothingness as far as people, audience participation. It was brutal. It was rough. And there's so much attempt at Venom humor. It's only a reminder that, like, growing up, I used to be a big fucking fan of Venom as a character from the comic books and from the 90s cartoon. And this isn't, I'm trying to stay away from comparing this to that. But Sony, it's different people, different departments, but Sony themselves, their video game department, put out Spider-Man 2 the game with Venom as the villain. And he literally just, a year ago, was one of the coolest, scariest villains in that game. Why can't we get at least a similar, close, more toned down version of Venom in these movies? I don't understand why it has to be so goofy. Why it has to be so dumb. Like, if I was 12, maybe I would like these movies, but I'm not. God damn it. And you should be able to make smart humor that isn't sort of applying to the lowest common denominator. Let's talk about some of the other actors who are in this film, like Chiwetel Ejiofor, who, great actor, and he's fine in this movie. But I'll never understand why Sony cast Chiwetel Ejiofor after he's already played Mordo in the Doctor Strange movies. And it's not like, oh, well, those movies were so long ago. He was in the second one as well. Fairly recent, within the last couple years. I know this is the Sonyverse. I know this is its own universe, but it's still connected, or at least Sony's trying to make it as connected as they are. Are we going to act like there's no other actors that they could have cast? It's just, it muddles the waters. It makes things super fucking confusing. I'm asking questions that I don't really give a shit about, but they're being forced to be put into my head because I'm seeing him. He plays a general who's just here to like go after Venom and hunt after Venom. You don't get a whole lot of characterization or backstory or purpose to him other than that. Speaking of casting an actor that's already been in the Marvel movie, Rhys Ifans is here as some random hippie dad. He has this family, a wife and 2 kids, and they're just driving across country. He wants to go to Area 51 to see if aliens exist. Sure. Rhys Ifans has already been in a Marvel movie, but more specifically, a Sony Marvel movie. One of their own. He was the Lizard in Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man. Why did we cast him in a role that has nothing to do with that? And it just makes me sit there and go, well, why? Again, no other actors, I guess, exist in Hollywood. And the character himself, the family themselves, I'm still struggling to understand the purpose or the point of them being here. Mrs. Chen is here, and they definitely dolled her up to be hot as hell, but another pointless, thankless scene, random. Let's see Venom dancing because, yeah, that's funny. Ahaha. And Juno Temple is here as Dr. Payne. And I know that sounds like some ominous, mysterious comic book villain name, but no, she's actually a doctor that works at this lab. And her character's last name is just Payne. So there's nothing nefarious going on there. Her name's cooler than what her character is. They try to give you this shorthand backstory on her and maybe why she's fascinated with the symbiotes, but I just don't think it works. I don't think her character works. I love Juno Temple, but I don't get the purpose of the character at all. Null, or as my friends call him, Canal, because that's hilarious. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I'm hugely familiar with Null. I mean, I've heard of him and I've read up on him, but I didn't read the comic books that Null comes from. He's fairly a recent created character, and I will say that the look of him was cool. They definitely tried to build him up as some Thanos level villain, even though the entire movie he's just sitting in a chair and I guess he's trying to get out of his prison. And Sony is trying to create their own big bad. The problem is that we're at the point with these movies where I don't give a fuck. I don't care if this guy comes out of his chair, destroys the entire Sonyverse, because a big part of me would actually prefer that. And throughout the movie, you get these symbiote hunter, alien type creatures that are roaming around, and I don't know. It's just, this movie felt so slabbed together, so thrown together, which it's Sony. I'm not surprised, especially given like the Madam Webs and the Morbius. But because Venom is such a moneymaker for them, because the first 2 Venom movies, especially the first one, made so much money that you would think they put a little more effort and care into the plot, into the actually making this make sense. As far as this creature hunting Venom and how it works, and oh, that's the key to the fucking Canal prison, and this and that, and I don't know, man. I'm the one who's sitting here feeling like I wasted my goddamn time. This movie's almost 2 hours long. You get a decent symbiote sort of army battle at the end, but I was so sort of devoid of emotion and feeling and human like level happiness that I wish I could have, that I just wanted this to be over. And hopefully it is over. I mean, obviously not. Sony's not that dumb to sort of kill off their their franchise, but it's billed The Last Dance. They sort of want you to feel like this could be the last Venom movie. I just don't give a fuck. I hope it is the last one. I'm going to give this some old bullshit.
Man, this some old bullshit.
There was a part of me that thought, should I give it a Netflix and chill because of my level of, like, I'm not even that angry? But I'm like, no, don't reward them with that level of a rating when this is bullshit. It is. It's the least offensive and probably least bad Venom bullshit, but it's still Venom bullshit nonetheless. Let me know in the comments below if you too have seen Venom: The Last Dance. What do you think of it? Ugh. Thanks for watching. I don't think there's any like saving of Venom. I think Venom needs to go away for like 10 years until people give a shit about him again. And maybe we can do something with him and Tom Holland. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.